Welcome to the Setting Tab Stops video that instructs you on how to create tab stops in Microsoft Office Word 2007. The standards for this video is D9, demonstrate the use of paragraph formatting features such as tabs, indentations, line spacings, and enumerated bulleted items. The objective is by the end of the period, the student will be able to set tabs and differentiate between the right, left, center, and decimal tabs. There are four kinds of tab stops that we're going to work with in this lesson: the left, center, right, and decimal tab stops. So let's see what they look like. First, we need to know where we need to go in order to set tab stops. To find the ruler. If you don't know where the ruler is, the first thing that you need to be able to do is find the ruler. The ruler is found by clicking up here in the upper right hand corner of the screen on that button. If you do not see that button, what you need to do, or if you do not see the ruler, what you need to do is click on the button right here to make the ruler go away or come back. So this is the way it would look. If the ruler is not here, you click there to make the ruler go away, or you can click on that same button to make it come back. Also, in order to find your different tab stop markers, you would need to click on this button right here in the upper left hand corner of the screen, and every time you click on this button it gives you a different tab stop marker to work with. So let's take a look and see how this works. When you click on this button up here, first hover over it and see what it is. This starts out as a left tab marker. When you click on it, it becomes a center tab marker. If you click again, it becomes a right tab marker, and clicking on it one more time will give you a decimal tab stop. Now we're not going to work with any of the other different tab stops that you see up there, but just to kind of give you an idea of what this looks like. Again, your left tab marker is going to look like an L, and all text underneath that when you hit the tab marker or the tab button will line up on the left hand side of the text. So it would look something like this when you type. Okay? If you were to use a center tab stop, all of your text would line up centered under the center tab stop. So it would be something like John, Jane, or, and I don't know why the pen's jumping like that. Okay? So it would line up kind of with half the words on this side and half the words on that side. For the right hand or the right tab stop, it would line up, first of all, it would look like a backwards L. Alright, so it would look like a backwards L. And then all of the text would line up so that it would line up to the right hand side of the text. Okay? Lastly, we have the decimal tab. And with the decimal tab, it looks very much like the center tab stop, except that it has a dot, and that just tells you that the text is going to line up on the decimal point. So if you are working with prices, the decimal tab would definitely be the way to go because it would line up on that decimal, just like that. All right. Let's talk about now how you actually set a tab stop. There are two ways that you can do this. The first way is to click on the ruler. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to select the tab stop that you want in the upper left hand corner like I was just showing you. The other way is to set a tab stop in the tabs dialog box. Each method has its own pros and cons, but we're just going to quickly look at how that works. Alright, so to set a tab stop, first of all, again, you're going to select the tab stop you want up in this upper left hand corner like we were discussing earlier, and it's simply just a matter of clicking underneath the dots and the numbers on the ruler to select the tab stop or select the location where you want your tab to go. Alright, so you select the tab stop that you want, if you want the center, the left, the right, or the decimal, and then you click on the ruler. That's it. That's all there is to it. On the other hand, let's say that for some reason you know exactly where you want your tab stops to be, and it would be easier if you could just set them all at one time without having to click on the ruler. You would click on this button right here in the paragraph group on the home tab. Just click on that and it would open what's called the paragraphs dialog box. Click on the tabs button and it opens up a tab stop box. Alright, now you notice that these are now the tab stops that I already have set in this document. But you can again set whatever tab stops you want or whatever kind of tab stop you want in this box, and just type in what it is you want and click on set, and you can select as many as you want. You can type in as many numbers here as you want and set them. You just have to set them between each one. Once you set all the ones that you want and the alignments that you want and you've clicked set between each one, once you've done that, all you have to do is click on OK, and boom, there they are. They all line up right up for you. The next thing we're going to look at is how you move a tab stop marker. Interestingly enough, it is very easy to move a tab stop marker. All you have to do is click on the tab stop marker in question and just slide it down your ruler to where you want it to be and let go. That's it. Just click and drag. That's all there is to it. Click on the one you want and drag it down. That's it. Again, there are two ways to delete a tab stop. So there's a couple ways you can insert them, and there's a couple ways to delete them. The way you can delete one, deleting a tab stop marker, you can drag it off the ruler, or you can clear them using the tabs dialog box again. So let's see how we do this. It's just a matter of clicking on the tab you want to get rid of and dragging it off of your ruler, just like that. Just drag it off and it's gone. Drag it off and it's gone. That's it. Or you can again go to the paragraphs dialog box, click on that to get your paragraphs dialog box, click on tabs, and either click on the one that you want to delete, or if they're all offending you, you can click on them and delete them all, and that takes you back to the default tab stops that are at every half-inch mark. Finally, we're going to talk about using the tabs dialog box to create leaders. Dot leaders are those dots that come up between the different tab stops. I will demonstrate that for you in a few minutes, but let's go ahead and look at how we create the leaders. First, let me put some text on the screen so that you can see what we're doing. Alright, so we want to put a dot leader between love and mom. First of all, let me show you this. This arrow right here tells you that you have a tab between love and mom, the two words. So we want to first of all set a tab down the way so that we can move mom down the way. So now we've got love on your margin and mom is at the 4-inch mark. In order to set a tab stop, we're going to click on the more button again, go down to the tabs button, and we are now in the tabs dialog box. Your tab is going to show, your leader is going to show up leading up to the tab it's being set on. So I'm going to click on the 4. I'm going to click on, it's already a left, so I'm going to leave it left, and then I'm going to click on one of the leaders, and you've got a dot leader, a dash leader, and a line leader, and I'm going to put the dash leader, and then I'm going to click on set to make sure it's set, and then I'm going to click on OK, and there you go, that's a leader. Now let's take a look at these tabs put in action and see how it looks put in action. I have a document here that is title, author, pages, and cost. We are going to highlight all of the text that we want the leaders, or sorry, we want the tabs to affect. Right now, if you look, there is a tab between each one of these items, and believe it or not, there is a tab between each one of these items. I'm going to set it up so there is start off with a left tab between title and author. And I'm going to set that left tab up to be approximately at the 3-inch mark, because that'll make sure that your title has plenty of room. Alright, so there we go. It's all nice and lined up. Now the cost I'm going to center approximately at the 5-inch mark. So I'm going to go ahead and do the center tab. See, it's a center tab at the 5-inch mark. See how they're lined up nice and pretty? And the last one, because we're working with cost, we're going to go ahead and do a decimal tab at the 6-inch mark. All right. Now the reason why cost didn't line up center under the decimal is because there's no decimal in cost. If there was a decimal in cost, it would line up at the decimal, but there's not, so it lines up just like that. I hope that this tutorial was very helpful in teaching you how to create tab stop markers, and that it will allow you to be successful in this venture in the future. Have a nice day.